If you are trying to figure out how to link pages on your Squarespace website, how to use hyperlinks, or how to make an image clickable, I'm gonna cover all those details in this video. Definitely check out the chapters down below so you could fast forward to the part that you want to watch, but we're gonna cover every detail about links in this video. Let's get started. All right, here I am on my demo website. Now, as you are building a website, there's a few things to consider with links before we get started in the actual practice of it. So you may be in here creating pages, clicking the plus sign, hit blank page, page layout, or you might have a page that you love and you might go into the settings wheel and then just come down here and hit duplicate just because you love it so much. You duplicate it, you say home copy, enter. What you want to keep in mind as you get started here is if I click the settings wheel, you're going to see that we could fix the page title and the navigation title, but you want to make sure your URL slugs are dialed. This is going to be really important long term because what we're about to do is going to link to these and you don't want to be changing these often. So if it's your home page, keep it to home. If it's your about page, keep it to about. It shouldn't say like clone. It shouldn't say like just a bunch of whatever. You want it to be as clear, as simple as possible. Pro tips are if you have a few words like about us, you just put a dash in between it. Keep it simple. I wouldn't complicate it any further than that, where you don't need to say a lot in the URL. Keep it simple, short. I usually, if it's an about page, I just have about. So we're gonna do it home because it is the home page, and then we'll hit save. I'll actually get rid of this so that doesn't say home copy and all that. Get rid of it, hit save, boom, we're good to go. Oh, this page already exists. In this case, I'll just call it index and we'll go from there. Because it's a demo website, I have like 8 of these home pages. All right, so here's our page and we wanna work with some links. So I'm gonna go into edit and then from here, we're gonna cover some core details. First and foremost, let's just say we have some paragraph text here that we want to link to. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is say I wanna link this. So I'll highlight it just like that, right? And then up here, there's this little chain link. You'll click on that, or you could hit Command K. Now in here, you're gonna have a lot of different options. This might look a little bit different for you depending on your site and all of that. First thing up here is the URL, which you could change file, email, phone, if you want to create this in a link to do any of those actions. So if you have a file you want them to be able to access, if you want to have them send an email, you could add your email in. If you want them to be a call button, you could do that. In this case, we want to link to another page on our website, which if we click here, you'll see it has this drop down. If this doesn't come up, just type in / and then you'll see all of these come up right away. So in this case, I'm gonna type in design page because we have this like design page we built, boom, just like that. Open link in a new tab. Best practice, if you are a professional, do it how you prefer. But best practice is if it's your website and it's your URL, your custom domain, keep it on the same tab. If it's someone else's website, open it in a new tab, all right? So that's what you'll wanna do there. And one main detail I actually just skipped that's really important. You're looking at this and you're saying like, wait, how is that a link? I need to include like mywebsite.com for that to be a link, or like the HTTPS, blah, blah, blah. When you're linking in your website to other parts of your website, all you need is the /. So you can just use that to be able to link to different parts of your site and you're good to go. Now, there's not really like a save button, so you just gotta click out of it. And as you can see here, it highlighted blue, which means it worked. So if I click on it, you'll see it shows you this. You can edit, copy, or remove the link completely. Just like that, you've added a link. Now, if you want to do that with a button, same process. Double click into a button, come up here, hit add block, add button, you'll get something that looks like this. You could change the text and then you have a link down here. Again, you could remove this, attach a link, /, and then do design, just start typing it in and boom, you're good to go. There are other videos I have. If you're a store and you wanna link to categories, if you're a blog, you wanna link to categories, you can do that as well. That I have in other videos, so just check my YouTube channel. But boom, just like that, we've linked. We'll click out of it, we're good to go. And that's how you do a core hyperlink on your site. If you want to link an image, you could double click onto the image and then you'll see this section right here that says link, attach link, same thing, design, boom. The thing you don't want to do is you see this trumpet gross say 6e9l whatever.squarespace.com. You don't want to link to that. So let me open this in a new tab where I'm not currently editing, and let me show you kind of what I've seen before that you want to avoid. So let's say we want to link to this page. Just let's say that's a real page and we want to link to consulting. All right, so you don't want to copy that and paste it. Yes, it'll take them to the right page, but it'll just be really weird, a really weird user experience. What you want to do is if you want to take them to consulting, you just type in /consulting and it'll take them to that consulting page. Now, let's think about if you want to create like a really cool footer. This is part of my template. If you want to learn more about it, check the links down below. But this is a template I use to start every single website I build, and it's available online. Let's say we're using, let's go up here. Let's say we're using this template style. Basically, as you can see, I have these 4 text blocks where inside the text block, I have this like heading 4. I might actually go to paragraph 1. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then I have this text below. The way you do this is, let's just say you type in about, and then you type in like meet the team. You see there's like an extra space. Well, you can get rid of that by going like delete and then holding down shift return. Boom, and now you've just done immediate edit or immediate return versus having a full paragraph spacing between it. So that's how we had this text here. But from there, you can go in here, highlight it, Command K, boom, about, good to go. Now I don't have the URL built, but that's okay because I know that's what my page is gonna be. Looks like it didn't grab all of it, so I'll just get rid of that. Boom, and then do our story, and then here, our story, boom, save that. Contact us. Again, super simple. Once you get the hang of it. Right now the colors are not the best. I need to change the blue because it's not really legible. This could be like team page, boom. So now we have just linked all 4 of those just like that. Really easy, really awesome, cool, easy to work with. Now, I do want to show you if you have a store or you have a blog and you want to work with categories, like you want to send people to a direct category. So for example, on my page right now, if you have clothing as a category, home goods, personal care, automotive care, if you have these different categories, well, what you can do is here, I'm in this button right now. I'll go to link, hit attached link. I'll do /shop. And as soon as I do that, you'll see it starts to pull up all these other options because these are already pre-built and I've already defined the URLs exactly as I want them. So here I could come in, and if this is home goods, I could click on this shop /home goods decor, boom, save that. And what that'll do is that'll take people directly to that part of the website that is linked to home goods and decor. What's really cool is you could also do that in your navigation. So if I go back to our site here and I get out of the editor, what I would do here is for the main navigation, if you're working with links, is there's 2 core aspects that you could use is a drop down. This is like a folder, which you could see I have this service folder right here. And then you could use a link to that specific part of the store, right? So if you just want to drag your shop up there, you can do that. Like I could drag my store into the menu, but it's not going to take me to those direct links. So if I want to take that to the next level, what I would do here is I would do a drop down and then do store. And then from there do add page, where I add a link and then do home goods. And then here I would do store. And then I don't have any categories built, but from there it'd be like home decor. And then I'll hit save. And then I would do the next link. And this would be, let's say clothing, boom. And then I do store, and then I would do clothing, boom. So we have just built those out, and as you can see here, they'll start to show up and you could use that throughout your site. So this is really how links work throughout Squarespace, where you could easily create a link in the text, a link with a button, a link of an image. If I click on this right now, you can see my cursor changes, it will link out. If you need to create a footer, boom, just like that, you have those all set up as links. You could do the same thing with phone number and email. It'll walk you through that process as I showed you before to be able to change that URL. If you want to add a file, you could add that file, drag it in there. Really, really easy to work with.